Hi everyone! And yes, this is another monolingual video, but fear not. After this one, there's just one more and then we go back to translations. But what do we have today? It's not a translation once more. This time it's both a couple of poems by a not too well-known poet of our days, my combination of them, and the tune I made for them. The poet in question is Usma Tajuddin, an Indian friend of mine that I met at GSSI where I was doing my PhD in maths. And as for the poems and the tune, so the first of the poems was sent to me on the 20th of March 2020, and the other poem was sent to me on the 1st of May of the same year. And still that same year is when I did the combination and the tune. Now, for the tune you have full details in the relevant post, which is linked in the description. But for a summary, we've got a first work session on the 1st of November in the evening going into the night. And with that session we reach Feather in My Cap, Woe to Me. Then on the 2nd of November I come back, pick up where I left off, and go on until Fragile for Divisive Forces, which originally had a rather different tune. I am weaker for this plague that haunts us, fragile for divisive forces. So this is what it sounded like originally, and then it was radically altered, as you will hear when I come to sing it. So I get to that point, I then reach the following woe to me, or maybe it was woe to me. And then I go for lunch. I come back that same afternoon, alter the tune of forces, then I go on up until just before If I Am Weaker, and then I go for the afternoon snack. Finally, that same evening, I come back and I complete the tune and bring it up to the current status. Current status? Not quite, because the repetition was not there. I had just ditched the second version of the ending. Because yes, I had two versions of the ending, so the first one I composed was before going to their beds, the little birds sing the last song of the day, until tomorrow they sing. Let the bright stars above be your guests tonight. But then, for whatever reason, I decided to change this, maybe because it altered the lyrics. The words of the poem are a bit different from what you've heard. Then I go through the little birds sing the last song, and then the little birds sing the last song of the day. And then I don't like that either. And finally, I get to the second version of the ending. The little birds sing the last song of the day, until tomorrow they sing. Let the stars be your guests tonight. Okay, and then I came back to this in order to prepare for the video in February 2024, and I saw the two endings. I was reconstructing the history of the tune as seen in the post, and I saw that there were two versions of the endings. I even had the earlier one in mind, so I decided to keep them both and make a repetition. And that is the history of this of this song. When was the combination made? Well, as of now, I don't know, because I did not write that down. But I did write down that the poet left her final comment on this combination on the 30th of October. So by then, the combination definitely existed. Future me addition to this intro. You will notice how some parts of the song are slower than the others. That is intentional on my part now, and there's also a key difference in most cases, a difference of key. This is because the two sets of parts are actually the two poems, and I explicitly wanted to have a contrast between parts of one poem and parts of the other, because I liked the contrast between woe to me and all of the self-introspection versus looking outside the window and seeing the mountains, the sun, the moon, the stars. With all of that out of the way, I leave you to enjoy listening. Woe in Faraway Lands. Woe to me, I left you motherland. Never had I betrayed you. I set out on a dream, this land embraced me, gave me sky for the wings that you made for me. Woe to me. A dream has set me on a long, long journey. Wish I knew that I should go so far away, where loneliness would be the only jewel to adorn me. This solitude would be the only feather in my cap. Woe to me, I feel powerless in reuniting my brethren. I am weaker for this plague haunting us, fragile for divisive forces. Woe to me, my thoughts set out every morning when the sun comes to bid me goodbye. Until tomorrow, it says, let the moon play your muse tonight. Woe to me, if I am weaker, united we are stronger. I pray for peace to the world. I pray for peace to the world. I will bring solace to my being. Peace to you is peace to me. Peace to me. I see them sparkle as the sun sets. These mountains gazing at my window before going to their beds. The little birds sing the last song of the day. Until tomorrow they sing, let the stars be your guests tonight. Before going to their beds, the little birds sing the last song of the day. Until tomorrow they sing, let the bright stars above be your guests tonight.